because you get all that weird metal feedback.
If I just hit my mute button, does that mute everybody or?
No. Okay. But you should be able, can you go on their pictures and mute them? No?
You should be able to go to more and hit mute all, or under participants and mute all.
Go to more.
There's a little chat bubble. I think that's where you mute everybody.
Oh. No.
If not, everyone can mute themselves or
Yeah, Cindy, can you mute yourself? Oh, I got it. I think is everybody done? I think so. Okay.
Okay.
I just want to welcome you. I'm so excited because I remember that I've heard that if you are in leadership of any kind, even leading your own home, that is like a mandatory book to do, that you should have in your arsenal. So we're really excited that we get to do this with everybody. A couple of housekeeping things. We're going to do a chapter at a time. So we can talk about it and learn from each other. Okay, and so Rossi, can you explain how they can find the videos? Because we're recording it. I remembered to push record. So if they want to find it, then they can go to. Ta-da.
Yes. Okay. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So how we're going to work things as far as videos is in my mom's page and in my team page. We will have it listed as 21 irrefutable laws, and then by week. So you'll go in the top search button. If you miss a week, like if you miss week 2, you can go and type in 22 irrefutable laws, week 2, and you'll find it. It will be the invite you'll see with the picture, and then in the comments will be any material that you need, the Zoom call video off of YouTube. Everything will be in that post, and you guys have seen us kind of doing the reminders and stuff. All of that will be erased. We'll go and clean up our pages, so it will just be the one post per week, and that's also the place you're going to go. You know, we kind of contemplated having another feed or a message board where we would kind of go back and forth, but I feel like that we have a lot of those message groups going on already, and it takes away interaction on our team page. So we want to keep that interaction going on our team page so the people who are not doing this can see and hopefully participate along with us. So we want to keep all of that feedback on those posts. So make sure if you have any questions or if you guys come across any material or whatever, go and add it to those posts so we can keep it all in one place for each week. So we're going to have, there will be about 22, right, Mom? Zoom calls, and it will be every Sunday, the same time. We're going to try to keep them all under 30 minutes, so hopefully it doesn't interrupt family time and all of that. But Sunday was just a good day, and hopefully it will start off your week good, and you can start implementing those things that we're learning about here. So Sunday just worked out to be good. This is an investment in it's not necessarily work. It's an investment in your life. It's an investment in your family. It's an investment in your business. This personal growth and development is the root of what if you're not feeding that root, the plant is going to not flourish. So we have to be doing these things. And so anyway, so it worked out Sunday. We tried to do it early enough that it won't be there won't be too much interference. So do you want me to go ahead and introduce Bridget, Mom? Okay, so Bridget Ryan, I know I just texted her today and I'm like, you're a legend. My team can't wait to meet you. A lot of them didn't hop on today. I was getting messages all day. Yes, she's a legend. But I'm so excited to have her doing this first call on leadership and on this book, because I have, since I've been friends with her for a long time, even before I watched her go. I mean, she's always been amazing and people flock to her. It's always been like that. But I watched her go from that homeschool mom of 7, that's kind of the people that we hang out with, and I say it all the time, I lead little people. That's what I've had, 18 years of leading little people. I've never had a team or people that I've had to lead. So I've gotten to watch Bridget go from leading little people to leading thousands of people and doing it very well. And that being able to watch how that has, not been magic. It's been her investing and in herself and in her leadership skills and in her personal growth and development. I used to think that was a voodoo term, and now I'm like, gosh, this is what's been missing my whole life, is this personal growth and development. So, and learning how to be a good leader. So watching Bridget become that is what inspires me to want to be that. So I'm so excited to introduce her, Bridget Ryan, Diamond Ambassador with Lexus, and almost Diamond Gold, right? Close to Diamond Gold.
Yes.
So we're so thankful that you were willing to get on this call. I know you're so busy, and so thank you so much for getting on here and continually investing. Thank you for last month and your investment into my team so that our team could go senior rookie. You're just dynamite. So I'm so thankful, and I love you.
I love you too. And you guys, I just want to congratulate this team on going Senior Ruby. Amazing. I've seen this team grow and grow and grow, and just adding people, and the people on this team, this is a special team. And so congratulations. I'm so excited to see where you're all going to go. And I'm sitting here with my book. And this is a great book. Like Rossi said and Darcy said, this is the foundation and the key to success and the foundation of leadership. And you can only get so high. You may have heard Rhonda say, the big mo, or terms like the law of the lid, or, the law of progress, and the law of, there's so many. There's 21 of them. And I constantly have to go back to this book, because this book, as a leader, it is so important. You can't do this business without continuing to grow in leadership. You're going to get so many people join you on your team, and you can only go so far. When I started this business, I really didn't know anything about sales, didn't know anything about leadership. I mean, I've had some leadership or circle of influence, so to speak, just because of the way I was raised and morals and just things that I have learned, but it only went to a point. And so I didn't realize how important personal growth was in growing a team. Like Rhonda says, the law of the lid, you can only go so far. When people started joining my team, where maybe I was a level 5 and I was having 8s and 9s join me, and me expecting me to lead them, becoming a jewel and becoming a diamond in the company, it comes with a lot of responsibility. And so you're not born a leader, so to speak. You have to learn to be a leader, and you have to invest that time. And I remember being intimidated and wanting to say no, but I didn't really, I would say that's not in me. I can't do that. I would compare myself to other jewels and other diamonds and just say, well, I'm just not that good. You know what? It's because I didn't want to invest and learn, and I had to learn to do that. And so, yes, I've spent hours and hours and, focusing and growing personal growth so that I can do this, so that when corporate sends me a message and says, hey, we want you to lead the New York opportunity meeting, and you go, okay, I'm going to do it. Why? Because I've been preparing myself, growing outside of that comfort zone. We start here, maybe some of you are silvers on the team where you're starting to do 3-way calls, or maybe you're starting to voice message people and leave voice messages and cold calling people, right? That's getting out of your comfort zone, and that comfort zone starts to grow. And then you start leading book studies that you never thought you would do, and your comfort zone starts to grow and grow and grow. That is you becoming a leader. And so, listen, I still don't have all these 21 laws down. I'm still learning all of them. In fact, I won't be practicing them all very well, and I'm not going to be great at all of them. And that's what is the beauty of being in a team. Rossi is amazing. She does have a circle of influence. A lot of people say, how did so-and-so go so far so fast? Or why are they doing better when I'm doing everything you tell me? I'm reaching out, I'm following up. And honestly, they're missing the key points. They're missing those laws. They haven't studied them, they haven't implemented them, and they haven't taught them and practiced them with their team. So that's the key that's missing. You can know all the products like the back of your hand. You can, go after 500 people a day, But if you don't have the circle of influence, if you don't have that progression of the law of progression and the law of the lid, you're not going to get very far. And so this is the key. And I'm so glad that so many of you are investing time into this, because I think so many of us go, and I for one was one of them, I can recruit like nobody's business, but that can only go so far. You can recruit, but if you're not being a leader to the people that you're recruiting, you're going to just get a bunch of attrition. So I had to realize that I had to spend time on personal growth. Personal growth is so important. Like Darcy said, in your home, in your relationships, in your life. So not only in Plexus are these important, but you're investing in growing in personal growth. And that's what we want to do, right? We want to be the best version of ourselves that we can so that we can serve others. Let's see. I have learned them, practice them, and practice them with your team, you guys. Let's see. Really, I was just opening this up to just tell you how proud I am of this team and how proud I am that you guys are investing in this book, because I really think that it is going to be the foundation of going to the next step. So, because listen, like Rhonda always reminds me, you know, she's a great leader and she is going to become a John Maxwell certified coach in the next couple of weeks. So she's always telling me when I go to her with a problem, she answers me with like a law. And I'm like, wait, you know, it's because that's professionalism. That is, you know, it's not beating around the bush. And she's so matter of fact. And so she's teaching me, and I'm under her leadership. And so I have grown so much. I've been a diamond for a year in April. And this whole year has been, honestly, when I hit diamond, it was very intimidating, because now I have the pressure of corporate and different things, and I have to be that leader, right? So, you know, John Maxwell, I'm just so thankful that you guys are taking the time to look into it. And I know that, you know, Rhonda reminds me that it's not just recruiting, but the people that we have on our team, it is our job as leaders to produce more leaders. That is what we're here for. So anyway, thank you so much for having me. I'm going to pop off just because I have another appointment, but take it away, Darcy and Rossi. Love you guys. Thanks for having me. Bye, team.
Thank you
so much. Okay, so a couple things that I want to address real quick, and then Mom, I'll have you pop on too, right? I'm so thankful you guys are investing in your team, and I had several people wanted to be on here, but they had conflicting things, and that's why we're recording it. Thank you, Mom, for recording it. But we hear that term, ignorance is bliss, all the time, and that's kind of what Bridget talking about, her whole thing, it made me think of that quote that we hear all the time, ignorance is bliss. Well, I am learning, I've always kind of loved that quote, ignorance is bliss, and what I don't know won't hurt me. Well, when it comes to this kind of business, it absolutely will hurt us. I think a lot of times we're like, you know, things seem overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of training going on. There's a lot of message feeds and all of this. Well, so we see something like this book. I mean, we have almost 500 people on this team alone, and there's how many of us right here? People want to just pretend like they don't have to do all of those things. I did not know, I'm going to put this in the comments of this Zoom call too. I did not know about these 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. I didn't know about it. As I'm reading this book, I'm realizing there was no way I could know about it if I didn't know about it. But knowing that I didn't know about it, I was lacking. My business has been lacking because, you know, I'm trying to do it on my own thing. I don't know anything. Like I said, I've led little people for 18 years of my whole life. So I don't know how to lead. I don't know anything. You have got to invest in learning these things. John Maxwell, amazing. And we have his knowledge and his thoughts and things right at our fingertips to help our businesses grow. Do not stay comfortable in ignorance. Learn it. Do the work. Do the homework. Do the things that we're telling you and asking you to do, because it's what's working for us. When Bridget puts out a Zoom call, when Rhonda puts out a Zoom call, do your best to learn from them. Do what they're telling you to do, because that they're telling you what has worked for them. So anyway, that's totally, I could go off on a whole nother tangent. But what I really want to say is ignorance is not bliss when it comes to network marketing. You need to know these things. You need to know these things or you're not going to be a good leader. Therefore, you're not going to be raising a team of leaders, and you need leaders on your team. I am so thankful for the leaders that I have on my team. My mom is invaluable. There's lots of invaluable, Linda, Mandy, Beth, so many invaluable people. And that's what it's all about. And I can't say I haven't even been a great leader, but I'm so thankful for Bridget and Rhonda because they are and they're teaching me and we're growing. So anyway, I'll ask Mom to, share whatever you have, and then questions, if anybody has any questions.
Well, I was just going to say, I work for Family Christian Stores, and John Maxwell is a huge part of Family Christian Stores. And so for about 15 years, I've learned all this. I was in training videos, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And I have so much to learn, but it excites me because I have the rest of my life to grow. So always keep yourself teachable, have that teachable spirit. Know that you can always reach a little bit higher level, that type of thing. And then the other thing is that when I did manage stores, you knew you were doing a good job when you could walk away from that store and it just sailed on like you hadn't even left. That means you've trained other leaders, and that's what we want to do. I'm learning right along with you. I still have a lot of growing to do, but we want to develop you guys so that you can fly. You can take it. I know there's a couple on here that are going to be taking this to their teams. That just excites me, because that's just more people that are learning and growing. And, it doesn't just have to do with Plexus. Like we said, it's your personal life, leading your family, knowing how to call people, know what color that they are. It just is invaluable, like you said, too. And I'm so thankful, Rossi. People might think that it would be hard for me as her mother to switch places with her because she's got some really strong leadership values. I have no problem switching places with her and having her be leading me and teaching me and mentoring me, because she's strong in some areas that I'm not strong in. And so we need to celebrate those differences and those strengths, but we also need to zero in on the weaknesses so that we can do something about them. So that's my little tidbit.
Yeah, you have to state I can't remember the terminology I used before, but you have to speak your weaknesses so that you can start to eliminate them, because you can't grow if you're not eliminating those weaknesses. So they're not something to be ashamed of. There's no hope if there's nothing that you can change. So don't feel shameful. I mean, I could feel shameful because I don't know anything. When I started reading this, I'm like, I do not know any of this, none of this. I'm highlighting and taking notes and all of that because this is all new to me. I've been flying by the seat of my pants, And the other thing I want to kind of pop in there is with Plexus, the coolest thing happens with the way our compensation plan works and business plan work. If we're raising leaders, if we're doing a good job leading people, those people that we're leading can pass us right up, So that's the potential that happens in this business. If you're raising good leaders, they can pass me, and I will be if you want to pass me up, I will be your biggest. I'll buy pom-poms, like Bridget with her little pom-poms. I will buy pom-poms and I will cheer you on. That's the coolest thing, So we have the perfect storm, the perfect combination for a very successful business. But what we're doing with this, there's going to be homework. There's going to be things for you to do. We're going to expect you and hold you accountable to doing those things that we're asking you to do. This is a must. You can have a business where you're making a couple $100, $300, $500. You will not have a successful, flourishing business if you're not continually investing and pouring into your leadership skills. It just won't happen. It's not the way it works, unless it's some kind of weird phenomenon. Those happen because God's will always prevails. But if you want a successful business, do these things. Read the book. I am so excited to start this book. I can't even hardly contain myself. But, okay, so a little bit of the homework. What's our time at, Mom?
I don't know. I don't know where to find it on here. I mean,
I think at the top.
put it in for an hour, but we've got like.
Yeah, okay. We've been 23 minutes. I just want to try to be respectful of Sunday afternoons. But a little bit of homework. You're going to be doing chapter 1 for Irrefutable Laws. I think I might even give prizes away for people who are highlighting their book and taking notes and can insert, good questions or answers or whatever. I want to see the work, and I'm going to be a good leader and do the work myself, because this really is, I'm doing this for the first time with all of you guys. I had no idea that this book was even there or around. So I'm super excited. So do chapter 1. I think I am just going to do a prize for, I want to see your books or your workbooks or your notebook. If you're happy to, if you couldn't afford the book, no problem. It's free on YouTube to listen to. So there really is no excuse not to do this book, and not to it's not too late to tell your downlines to do this also, So read chapter 1, mark up your book, take notes, ask questions, come prepared for the next meeting. On my Zoom call and Mom's Zoom call, one for Irrefutable Laws, week 1, that's what the post will be. Go there with questions or little tidbits that you got from the introduction as you read the introduction. And there's some key elements even in the introduction. So make sure you're going there and adding little bits and pieces to that post on Mom's team page or on my team page. Also under that, in the comments will be this Zoom call for week 1. And then I will put in, this is a printable, I don't know if you can see it, but the Irrefutable Laws, it's the actual laws with a minor breakdown of each one. So I would hang up each page, as you go through the week, just so you can continually remind yourself, or fold up the page and put it in your planner so you can keep refreshing your memory on those laws. So that's kind of the homework for this next week, and we'll have another fun speaker probably, right, Mom?
Sure.
I think we have quite a few that are willing to do it. So we're gonna use this as an we also, I don't think we understand how good we have it, that we have sidelines willing to invest in our team. We have sidelines that allowed us to go and watch how they're doing their 21 irrefutable laws of leadership and all kinds of things. That's how it works. Everybody's pouring into everybody. There's no boundaries. Everything bleeds into every, area of plexus. And we have it so good with the one plexus thing. This just doesn't happen like this, where people are willing to pour in. So the people who are coming in won't always be on our team. We have sidelines that don't have any benefit of pouring into our team, and yet they're willing to pour in. So make sure you try to get every Zoom call in and do all of the work, because it will just be invaluable to our businesses. And I'm super excited for all of this to happen. Sorry, I get a little excited, but I am excited. So I think that's all I have. Mom, do you have anything to add? Are there any questions?
Well, I really want to see and hear your aha moments. When you have a moment that really changes you, please let us know, because we all kind of feed off of each other and we can grow and learn together. So does anybody else have any questions? You can unmute yourself and ask. And I'm so excited to see Samantha here and Tiffany, their sidelines, and they're going to go on and teach their team too. So
yes, I'm super excited. I'm so thankful you guys let me join in on this, because I've actually been thinking of it and I wanted to go do my own, but I'm like, I don't know where to start. So I just happened to come across this, and it was just a godsend. I'm like, thank you, Jesus, this works.
Yep. Well, we're glad to have you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Does anybody else have a question? Should we just wrap this up then, so people can go enjoy your families?
I have a question.
Yes.
What's the latest that anyone can join this?
Yes.
What did you say, Ross? Rossi.
You muted yourself.
Oh, sorry. It's Levi. I didn't hear you. I'm so sorry.
What's the latest that anyone else can join? Like up to what point?
I'm up for them joining at any point. I don't think there's too late of a point to join. But, you know, if you're skipping over, I would just, you know, share with them that they need to get caught up and read, because they're not going to want to skip over the first part. So making sure that they go and do their homework and go watch the previous Zoom calls for the weeks prior, so that they're not missing anything. Otherwise, it's going to be, you know, you're getting a meal without any salt and it just doesn't taste good. It's going to do nothing. So just make sure they're doing they get caught up. But I think they can join at any time.
Okay.
All right, so maybe, you know, I thought since it's Sunday, if we don't have any more questions, if we do have questions, unmute yourself and did you have one, Samantha?
I was just going to ask, so next Sunday, whenever we get together, are we going to go over like the intro stuff and chapter 1 then? Yeah.
No, we'll just go over chapter 1.
Okay.
Bridget kind of was going over the introduction, just about the why we need leadership, those leadership skills. But you guys on your own, make sure to go in on the posts on our team pages. Are you on both of our team pages, Samantha?
No.
And
Okay, I'll add you to mine too.
Thanks.
Yes, so make sure on that Zoom call for week 1, we'll kind of go, and I'm going to put some key points and a few of the quotes that I took from there, and those four things that we should keep in mind. I think we need to keep everything, you know, the tidbits and the bullet information all in that post. So when somebody does come in late, they can go to those weeks and see just all a plethora of information and write down little quotes or whatever that they will need. So that's what we'll do for the week 1 on this Zoom call, is put some of those notes that we take from that introduction before. And then next week, we'll just be doing chapter 1.
okay.
All right. Anyone else? All right. I thought maybe since it's Sunday, I'll just pray for everyone and pray for our group and our families and all of that, if that's okay.
That'd be great.
All right. I'm going to pray. Can you guys all hear me okay? All right. Father God, we thank you for this time, Lord. We thank you for this thing called Plexus. I like to say it all the time, that it's so humbling that God would use even a silly thing like an MLM to bless our families and cause this personal growth and development in our lives, Lord. I just pray that you would continue to work in each of us, Lord, that the things that we're learning through this study, the things that we're learning through this business would not be solely just to bring an income to our family, God, but that it would bless our families in ways that we didn't even think possible, that it will bless the people around us, Lord. This new boldness and things that we're learning, God, we are learning them for the purpose of bringing you glory, even in Plexus, Lord. So I pray that we will continually remember that. I pray that we would pursue bringing you glory, even in the way we run our businesses, God, that we would be good stewards of our time, that we would be good stewards of our finances, Lord, that we would be good stewards of our family. I pray that you would help us plan our days well so that we can make sure we are taking care of all of our responsibilities, Lord. I pray that you would just bless our families through this Sunday, God. I pray that you would help us all just to have a good evening. I pray that you are glorified in this study. I pray that you're glorified in our team. I pray that you're glorified in our families, Lord. And we just thank you for this opportunity. I thank you for all of these women and the men that are on our team. And I'm just so thankful and humbled and blessed and all that you're doing through this silly little thing called Plexus, Lord. Pray that you would be with each of these women that are on this Zoom call, and for all of those who were unable to make it, and for all of those who should have been on here, God. We just pray that you would pour out your grace and your mercy, Lord. We thank you for all that you do. We ask these things in your Son's name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, everybody. We will see you next week. Thanks, Rossi.
All right. Love you guys.
Rossi.
Yes. Bye.